Hey you guys, welcome back to another episode with your host, me, Wintertooth100, and today we are in the world of winter. This is episode 3. Let me take off my helmet because I'm being super rude. We are starting off today here at Mount Flotron. I did say in episode 1 that if you guys go into the description down below and click on the Patreon link and become a Patreon member today, you can get whitelisted on the server and come play with us. I then followed up by saying that Mount Flotron was a great place, and it is, for new players to come along and find some starting materials, get your hands on some food. But what I failed to mention was this is an active player base, so if you come here and you're looking for quartz, maybe be a little bit cautious about some of these materials. You probably get away with taking cobblestone just fine and not worrying about it. Using the things here is probably 100% fine. There's even a locker room up here, so you can come up here and you can actually put a sign on one of these things, put your name on it, and then you have your own private little storage. And I've heard from Flotron himself, which is why we call this Mount Flotron, that if you want to even stay here for a while, pick up a pickaxe and help contribute to the system going on here, leaving some stuff behind, taking some stuff, he seems to be totally okay with that. But please don't just come here and just take everything. We won't like that. We won't like that at all. But let's not spend too much time here. We are going to be heading north right away and working on the really amazing, really fantastically big Legend of Zelda: A Link to the Past map. Alright, here we are back in the north. We are facing south. Well, I'm facing south. Now you're facing south, and I'm facing north. You are facing south, and we are standing roughly right above where the command block is that teleports you here. So this is roughly where the command base is going to be. We're going to build a little house here. Well, it's probably something a little larger, actually. Just something that we're going to fill with a bunch of chests, and we're going to label them with item frames. And hopefully we can save the majority of things that come out of here. I have put out a call to action in my Discord, link in the description, you can join us on Discord, for peeps who are a part of the server to come north with me and help me clear this area out. I want to... Oh, it's sand over there. I was like, what's that yellow thing? I want everyone to come up here, and we want to save all the wood. We even want to save a lot of the leaves, so we'll have shears going around. I'll be giving out free iron to the peeps who are going to come up here so we can keep the leaves. We want to keep all the wood. Hopefully we'll have some silk touch peeps besides just me, and we can get a mixture of dirt and grass. We'll keep the stone and cobblestone. We'll keep everything, and we'll keep it here at the base here. But in the meantime, before I can have peeps come here, because I don't want them just running off, not knowing exactly how far to go or where they should be kind of staying near, all that jazz. We don't want them running off and loading in a bunch of chunks just yet. We want to try to preserve the north as much as we feasibly can, so we don't want them running off and loading up a bunch of chunks. So my first priority is to come through, and with cobblestone I'm going to lay out a border around the entirety of this map, something that I think will cover everything we're going to need for space-wise to actually build this thing. And I have the Legend of Zelda: A Link to the Past game emulator on my second monitor right now, and I have already determined that the outside of most houses are about 6 blocks wide, since a player in Minecraft is about, here, let's if we go through here, since a player in Minecraft can stand inside of a 1 block space, we know that the player is equivalent to a 1 block space. And Link in the game standing next to a shrubbery. So if this was, like, we can actually pick this up because I got silk touch. But if we go down here on the ground real quick and we pretend that this is one of the shrubberies in the game, we put that down, Link is the same size as one bush in the game. He's the same dimensions. So using that knowledge, we can actually map out the size of the map. We just have to get Link lined up, and we can literally count block for block. It'll be a little tedious because Link moves just like the Minecraft characters do, in that we don't move perfectly 1 block to the next block perfectly. We fluidly move between areas, and so does Link. So it's sometimes hard to line him up with the rest of the world. But we should, in theory, be able to actually map out a block count for an entire length of one side. And like I said at the end of the last episode, I am very certain that it is a square map. So if we can figure out the length of one side, we can get the entire square mapped out. So that is what I will be doing next. I've also already determined that most of the pathways, not all of them because they do stretch in size, but most of the pathways in the game are 2 blocks wide. So with that knowledge as well, we can pretty much map out this entire Link to the Past Zelda map and get it correlated to a Minecraft situation. So that is what I'll be working on next. It's going to be a while for me, but it's going to be a quick cut for you. I'm just going to get the border put in, and if there's anything interesting along the way, I will let you guys know, and we'll go from there. So doing exactly as I said I would, I went into the original game and I found a way to count out all of the spaces where a block, so to speak, would go in The Legend of Zelda, in that version of the game. And fortunately for us, because it's such an old game, most of the graphics there are pretty much already set up for. They were made with an older system, and as a result, it's like 8-bit, and so things had to be made in a sort of blocky fashion. So for us, that basically meant that most of the areas that I ended up counting out ranged between 32 blocks wide for a particular section to 64 blocks wide, roughly. There is some variance in the way they created barriers in the game. So, for example, the map may be 64 blocks in length technically in that one section, but there isn't 64 blocks of walkable space. So I essentially came down to a rough estimate of about 254 blocks in length, and I decided to add an extra few blocks onto it for the border, so we have a little bit more leeway room, and we are sitting at 280 blocks by 280 blocks, not counting these corners, which is why we had that little strip here, because I was including the corner, but technically we don't count the corner as a part of the 280 blocks. So from this block all the way out, it's 280 blocks, and from this block out that way, it's 280 blocks. So we have lots of space in here, and the game fortunately made it nice and easy for us. But you can see it stretching way out over there, and it goes way up there. So we have this huge, there you go, you can see it now. We have this huge section. It's not as big as I thought it would be. I mean, 280 blocks by 280 blocks is big, and there's a lot in here. I mean, look at all this terrain. But it shouldn't take too long to clear all this out. I'm thinking probably a few hours, depending on how many peeps we get to come in and join us. So I'm very excited about that. I'm even more excited that because of the way the game was made in the time it was made, this was a whole lot easier to plot out than I originally anticipated. And even at this size, we still have extra space on each of the edges to probably end up going through and building up some kind of like extra tall wall situation, probably like mounds of dirt or something. Such scary sounds with this resource pack. But that'll make it so once you're in this map, there's no way out of it on foot. You would have to fly out or break your way out, two things which would not be allowed. In fact, since we're here talking about it, I've already gone ahead and made up my mind about it, but I'm 100% locked in on the entirety of the north. Here's the wall. The entirety of the north will be elytra free. Players will not be allowed to wear elytra in the north. If you're caught with elytra in the north, you'll promptly be kicked from the server. Not permanently, just a friendly little kick. Hopefully we'll get you while you're flying, so when you log back in, you fall to your death. Because you're not supposed to be flying in the north. Additionally, I'm going to go through, and I'll let everyone else know because they're going to see this before the video comes out. But I'm going to go through, and I'm going to clear out all of the trees immediately surrounding the walls, so players can essentially do their best to avoid getting too close to the wall. No player should be going on the other side of the wall, so I will go through and clear out these trees immediately surrounding it right now. Then we're going to build the thing up there, and I think we'll do a quick, very quick third-person time-lapse clearing out these trees, and then I'll show you guys the house, and then we're going to do the epic time-lapse with all the peeps in here helping me tear this down. So, let's get the third-person camera thing on, and let's cut these trees down. Alright, well, I think the time-lapse turned out short and sweet. I don't know, I haven't edited it together yet, but I'm sure it did. Right now, we are standing right in the middle of the big map, where we teleported in. You can see the command block. And I've set up this very, very easy room. It's just a square made out of logs and birch wood. That's it. And a little lip to help keep spiders out. But I've installed a bunch of chests using the wood that we gathered. Got a bunch of item frames from cows that we've been killing along the way. And I've just been storing stuff here from the time-lapse, things that I've just been passively getting. There is an item frame on each of these. You can barely see them because of the nature of the way the iron frames look in this texture pack. But I figure we will store things throughout this place as we find them. And if the chest fills up and you're putting leaves away, then grab the next chest that's empty, that doesn't have anything in the item frame, and put the leaf in the item frame, of course, and then start filling up the next chest. I figure that's how we're going to do it. And I've left a whole bunch of spare iron here in case anybody needs it, and I'm sure you spotted the diamonds I have in my inventory. We are going to head out. We're going to grab our beacon, we're going to bring it back over here and set it up. We're going to grab our second beacon, we're going to keep it on us and put it wherever we need it. I'm also going to be going to the villager breeder because it's also a passive potato farm, and I'm going to start cooking up just as much of that stuff as I can, so the peeps who come here and help today will have all the food that they could possibly need. And I'm also going to stop by the spooky scary sounds. So many spooky scary sounds in this texture pack. But I'm also going to swing by the shopping district, and I'm going to grab all of the diamonds from the shops there, and I'm going to convert them into enchanted pickaxes and shovels for people to use here. And as a little bonus, everyone who's helped me to complete this place, if they take a pickaxe and a shovel, they'll get to keep them as kind of a gift / reward for helping me flatten this area out. So I'm going to do that real quick, and we're going to go right into hopefully a really epic time-lapse right now of the whole group coming together, or a bunch of people for this group coming together and taking this place down. Oh wait, real quick, before we do the big time-lapse, I popped into the shopping district to pick up the extra diamonds from the shops we got, which is quite a few actually, and we're going to use those to craft into the pickaxes and shovels to give to everybody. It's going to be fantastic. I'm excited about it. But this shop has popped up, and it's by Bella, and it looks good. That must be the chiseled stone in this resource pack, because the chiseled stone looks super good. And the dark oak as well. That is some brilliant paneling. I love this. And she was even able to take the shape of the shop without changing it. Oh, it's so good. I love that you're able to take the shape and not change it. It's so good. I love this so much. But if you go inside, this is a race shop, a race ability shop. Elf potions. You can guess what's in here. Jump potions. The potions of leaping to give it the jump boost. Merfolk's gotta be water breathing. Oh, they're water breathing. Dwarf potions. Night vision. Night vision. And you go through all the debuffs. Slowness. Instant damage. Weakness. Oh, these are so nice. Polar bear potion. This is gotta be strength. Yeah, it's strength. Yeah. Oh, it's so good. This is so good. Oh, it's so cute. She even made an upstairs. Oh, there we go for the shopkeeper. And look at this. Can even sit at the table and oh, look at that. You can actually see item frames when they're. There must be an item frame in an item frame. I'm guessing. Yeah, it's got to be an item frame in an item frame. Oh, that's so cute. I love it. This is so good. Okay, guys. Now we'll go do the time lapse.
Watching. Have you made up your mind?
Oh boy, that time lapse was amazing, but holy moly, we are running out of time. I didn't realize how much I just blah 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 all the time. So I'm gonna start making a greater effort to stop blah blah blahing all the time. But this is going to be the end of the episode, but I just wanted to run you guys through real quick. We don't have wings or anything, but this is what we've kind of cleared out so far. The time lapse stopped in the first chunk, but we continued working for many hours. I think we put 12 hours into it when I left, and they've clearly cleared out a whole bunch more since I've been gone. And oh my goodness, we have so much more to clear out. So this is going to be a huge project, clearing all this out. We even had to make a second story and start filling in new chests because upstairs completely filled up. I mean, look at the upstairs. We're going to have so many resources. Like, look at all these. any of these. I could just pick whatever, and they're full. It's crazy. We have so much going on right now, and we've barely scratched the surface. We have at least a good 60% left, 70% left that needs to be actually cleared out. I mean, we could throw this ender pearl real quick, and we'll end up somewhere that still needs to be cleared out, I'm sure. Yep. We have a ton left to clear out. This is a big project. This is a super big project. We're definitely not finishing it today, and I will be working on it off camera. There's the wall. That's what I was looking for. I'll be working on the rest of this off camera probably, and during some live streams. We had a whole bunch of help. I want to thank everyone who came out to help and who are still here helping. We have Bella, Mila, Cersource Rex came out, Luna, Starlad, Dragon was even here helping. I know I'm forgetting somebody. We had Lord Griefington. These guys were even trying to help a little bit. Oh, I'm forgetting one person. I can feel it. Feel one person's missing. We had a lot of people out here helping. It was fantastic. And almost everyone got their pickaxes and shovels, so that is amazing as well. I'm so happy that everyone came out to help and got really cool tools to, commemorate the experience. But that's going to be it for today's episode, guys. I'm going to continue working on this, like I said, off camera and on streams. And episode 4 will hopefully be coming out not too long from now, because I'm going to stop doing the blah, blah, blah that I do all the time. So, thank you guys so much for watching. Leave a like if you like, subscribe if you haven't, share with your friends, hit the notification bell, go into the description down below to click onto the Patreon link so you can join the server today through Patreon, and I'll see you guys in the next one.